The other day I was talking about the anthropic principle, you know, and I said that for the universe to have had developed the way it did, and for all the forces of nature to have the properties and the strength they have, and all the particles to have the properties and the values they have, something had to be in place before the Big Bang happened for this to occur. Of course, this is just me thinking, I have no evidence behind any of this. Physicists, there's a lot of people out there. I'm not a physicist, so that's just me thinking about stuff. Apparently, some people, especially string theorist Brian Greene, whom I admire greatly, his TV program on PBS, The Alien Universe, taught me a lot about stuff that I didn't know about. And I have read many of his books. The guy is really he's so smart, he's a great guy. Well, he apparently seems to have a problem with my comments. And some of my ideas. He posted something on YouTube yesterday about black holes. Can the universe had formed from a black hole? Could that be the case? Oh yeah, it is very possible that a black hole in some other universe or some other time or some other dimension, what I mean is this universe could be the product of a black hole in a whole different universe. And here we are. Particle physicist Liz Molin from the Petty Institute in Canada has proposed this idea before. Some sort of cosmic Darwinian evolution for the origin of universes. That he basically, what he said is that that universes which produce black holes, a lot of black holes, can in turn produce other universes. Because a black hole can turn into a white hole, and that could begin another universe in another time or dimension or whatever. Yeah, that could be possible. That could be the multiverse. What I mean is this: the multiverse can be possible if this is the case. If black holes produce other universes somewhere, somehow, some other time dimension or whatever, or hyperspace, some sort of hyperspace or whatever. Yeah, that could be, the multiverse could be possible. There's like 3 or 4 different type of versions of the multiverse. That could be one. That universes produce black holes, and those black holes turn into white holes, creating new universes. That's one possibility. And there's the possibility of the many worlds, the many world interpretation. Where somehow from one universe you can have other universes branch out, like many other different realities branched out from a single reality or something like that. I'm not gonna get into that right here. And then there's a string theory too. So there's like 3 or 4 possible ways in which a multiverse could be possible. Some have to do with inflation too. Like the universe could expand, and some sort of bubble universe can pop out of that one or something. There's a bunch of possible ways in which a multiverse can be possible. So it's not a far-fetched idea, But like Richard Dawkins says, it seems a very uh, uneconomical solution to a lot of problems, but being the hyperspace could be infinite in nature. There's room for all kinds of scenarios and situations. Yeah, maybe this can be possible. But yeah, he was talking about some. Yeah, what but what I want to get, the point that I want to get to is this. Let me put an example of what I'm explaining here. Let's say fireworks. When you see fireworks in the sky, they have different shapes, sizes. You can the side of the explosion, the colors, all that. You've seen fireworks, right? Like for New Year's and stuff like that. Somebody put all the ingredient in those fireworks for the fireworks to explode a certain way, for colors and shapes and all that. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen that fireworks? So what if the universe is just like that? That there was an initial condition that allowed the explosion to develop in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? The problem that physicists have with this idea is that it posits something or someone outside of a space and time who studied the universe somehow, which would imply God. Well, they don't want to deal with this. They don't want to deal with this. They just want to dismiss this idea because they don't want to give religious people the thumbs up on this issue. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean that I'm just saying? If you think about it from this perspective of a firework, you've seen the fireworks, the beautiful colors, blue, red. How it's like a controlled explosion that gives rise to beautiful colors and beautiful shapes and all kind of that. Well, think about the universe like that. But that's the problems that scientists have. They do not want to go the extra mile, so they come up with all sorts of ideas. The multiverse, brain worlds where two brains collide and give rise to the Big Bang and all the particles and all that. But my issue with Big Bang is, how can a random explosion of infinitely compressed energy give rise to such complexity, to so much complexity and so much order out of pure chance? That I find that hard to understand. That I'm here because some random event 14.3, 14.7 billion years ago just gave rise to all of this without any sort of principle in place as to how the universe was supposed to develop. That's what I'm saying. And this works with Liz Mullin's theory of cosmic Darwinian evolution. If a universe through a black hole can give rise to a new universe somewhere, that means that universe acquire the characteristics of the universe from which it is sprung. You know what I'm saying? Like the information, all that information that was swallowed by this black hole to form a new universe somewhere, somehow is translated into this new hyperspace, creating this new universe. You know what I'm saying? So the universe, what I'm trying to say here, somehow the universe, in that case, in that scenario, this universe acquired all its characteristics from the previous universe from which it is sprung. I don't know if you get me here. I want scientists to think of that and see what they have to say about this. I'm not going to continue here, but I just want them to think about that.